Hello, 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 everybody. Welcome to Wisdom Wednesday. Today's Wisdom Wednesday is all about returning to the self. This is really for those learning to reconnect with themselves gently. All month long, we have been focusing on the sacred energy of healing. Last month, we really focused on holding, and this month, we're focusing on healing. And today, we're talking about returning to yourself. So, welcome, beautiful souls. I'm so glad you're here. Today, we're going to talk about returning to ourselves and doing so gently, not by forcing, not by fixing, not by becoming someone new, but by reconnecting with the parts of ourselves that may have gotten buried underneath survival, caring, caregiving, overwhelm, burnout, grief, responsibility, or simply trying to make it through day to day life. And honestly, I think so many of us are craving this right now because this is really what I'm seeing, not only in my own life, but in the life of all of my clients. And I know that those people that are drawn to me are often feeling the same thing. So if you have been feeling disconnected from yourself, this is the Wisdom Wednesday for you because today we are talking about reconnecting with ourselves and doing it gently. Sometimes we lose ourselves. Sometimes we do it slowly. Most people don't lose themselves all at once. Most of the time, it happens slowly through constantly pushing through constant caregiving, through emotional labor, mental labor, chronic stress, trauma, living in survival mode, and always having to be the strong one. After a while, we tend to wake up and realize that you don't even know what you need anymore. You look around and you're like, what do I need? Like, I know what my child needs and what my spouse needs and what the person down the street could use. But do I know what it is that I need? That disconnect can feel and be really painful, but it's also something that we can work on and something that we can heal. Survival mode disconnects us. When we stay in survival mode for too long, the nervous system becomes focused on getting through, not necessarily feeling, not resting, not receiving, not remembering, not thriving. So many people end up disconnected from their body, their emotions, their desires, their intuition, and even simple joy. And if when I said simple joy, you kind of chuckled or snickered and thought, yeah, like that's simple, that's a sign you need to be here. You're here for a reason, my love. And I want to know it's not because I want you to know that it's not because you failed. It's because survival became the priority. Does that make sense? And it just happens that way. And those of us who are sensitive, those of us who are natural caregivers, we just do it. It happens, right? But I want you to know that your body has been speaking to you all the time. Your body has always been telling you what's going on. One of the biggest parts of returning to ourselves is learning to listen again, especially to the body. This is why I focus so much on doing body checks. Of course, we'll do one today. But part of returning to ourselves is listening again, especially to the body. And the body is constantly communicating to you through tension, through exhaustion, through tightness, numbness, anxiety, heaviness, even shutdown. And often the body speaks long before the mind realizes what's going on. So instead of asking, what's wrong with me? What if we began by asking, what is my body trying to tell me? What is my body trying to tell me? That one question can change everything. So let's talk about returning and gentle return. Returning to yourself isn't something that happens through force, it happens through gentleness, softness. Sometimes that means it begins with finally resting. Some people are really surprised at how much they sleep once they are out of survival mode, once they get that nervous system calm, right? But rest is often the first sign. You have to catch up on that rest, right? Sometimes returning to yourself begins with honesty, telling the truth about how tired you are, setting just one boundary, just one, right? Letting yourself feel, giving yourself the time and space you need to feel and process your emotions, and slowing down enough to hear yourself again. My favorite Bible verse that's tattooed on me is be still and know that you are God, right? The first part of that is be still. You have to slow down so you can hear that, right? Tiny moments of reconnection matter. This doesn't have to happen all at once. It's not going to happen all at once. Even just the tiniest listen to your body starts the process. So now let's do that body check that I just mentioned, right? We're going to do a body check and a quick reflection. Put one hand on your chest and one on your stomach if you are so called. Take a deep grounding breath in and ground yourself. And as you exhale, release anything that doesn't serve you. Connect to your body, connect to the moment, and ask yourself, what part of you needs attention the most right now? What part of you has been needing attention lately? Maybe it's your body. Maybe it's your emotions, your creativity. Perhaps your exhaustion is begging to be heard, or your joy is begging to be let out. Don't forget, when we get busy, we don't just shove aside the negative. We shove aside the joy, the love as well. We need to allow that, right? Maybe your need for support needs attention, or your grief. Just take a moment, notice what comes up without judgment. Ask yourself, what part of me needs attention the most right now? And now, while you're connected to yourself, let's do a little grounding together. Let's have a little grounding moment, right? Hand on your heart, hand on your belly if it feels good, right? Take a slow breath and repeat softly, I do not need to earn rest. I do not need to earn rest. And of course, only repeat it if it resonates. I do not need to earn rest. I am allowed to reconnect with myself slowly. I am allowed to reconnect with myself slowly. I am allowed to reconnect with myself slowly. I can return to myself gently. I can return to myself gently. I can return to myself gently. Deep breath in, long breath out. Let your body receive that. Let your body receive. So who's in? Who's in? Who is ready to gently welcome themselves back? Who is ready to gently start calling themselves back and allowing yourself back in? Raise your hand. Tell yourself, I'm ready. I'm ready to reconnect with myself gently. Say it out loud and commit to yourself. And remember that it matters. When you say something to yourself and you don't do it, your body learns that you can't be trusted. So only say it if you mean it. But who's in? Raise your hand, raise it loud, raise it high. Let yourself know, commit to yourself. I'm ready to reconnect to myself gently. One step, one breath, one moment at a time. Beautiful. If you would like to continue this reconnection journey with me, if you would like some assistance, some love, some support along the way, I invite you to continue with us. And I want you to know, I want to say first and foremost, you can get these absolutely free. Ascension Circle is still free for 55 days. When you sign up till the end of May, you will get in for these free, but they are available. Reiki, we're doing Reiki this Sunday at 11 a.m. CST. We're going to do a live Zoom session, really focused on restoration, replenishment, and nervous system support for those of us who hold so much, for those of us on a healing journey. We're doing that Reiki session live 11 a.m. CST this Sunday. Also, there will be a replay. So if you can't attend live, you can attend the replay. Absolutely register. The energy is sent to all of those who attend over all time. It is just as powerful to attend the replay. Also, the next Sunday, not this coming up one, the next one, we are doing a master class at 1 p.m. We're going to go deeper into identity, into healing, into self-trust, and returning to yourself beyond survival mode. Both of these are included right now inside of the both of these are now and always included in Ascension Circle. They are also available if you'd like to buy a ticket. It's $13 for the Reiki, $33 for the masterclass. You can get that on Eventbrite. These are available for everybody any way that you want. I hope that, you know, all of those who are called choose to attend. Before we end, I want to leave you with a thought, with a question to ponder, a journal prompt. I love journaling with your typing or writing. Writing is super magical. Typing can be magical too, though. But journaling is really powerful because sometimes you're just really surprised what comes out of your hand, right? So the question that I want you to ponder in a journal or in your mind, however calls to you, is where in my life am I ready to stop surviving and start connecting? Where in my life am I ready to stop surviving and start connecting? Not perfectly, not all at once, just honestly, and one step at a time. Thank you all so much for being here with me. Thank you for sharing this space with me. Thank you for taking the time to expand your consciousness and raise your vibration with me. When you consume this type of content, when you take this type of class, you raise your vibration. And when you raise your vibration, you don't only raise your own vibration, you raise the vibration of everybody around you. And in turn, you raise the vibration of the collective as a whole. It is my opinion, this is the most sacred work that any of us can do. And I thank you for doing that. And with that said, the beauty and the light in me bows to the beauty and the light in you. And so I say, namaste. Thank you guys so much for being here. I love you all. And I will see you next time. Maybe I'll see you this Sunday. Bye now.